Hello everyone, it's Deanna Nichols, doTERRA Blue Diamond. If you are watching live, we are a little bit shy of starting here at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And if you're watching the replay, then please stop and take a moment and hit the subscribe button so that you can get all of our great content. We actually have a Magic Beans essential oil topic every Sunday night for 30 minutes, and you can watch the replays here on my YouTube channel. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe. There's also lots of other playlists where you can actually get pro tips on using essential oils in your everyday life. And there's also some stuff here about how to make it big in the oil biz. So tonight I'm going to be joined by one of my friends and colleagues, Faith Flesher from Northwest Indiana. She's a silver in doTERRA. And we're going to be talking with you about something that we're really excited about, which is the new Kids Essential Oil line. And it just came out. A bunch of us just got our hands on it for the first time, and pretty much we got to hold our oils for approximately 3 minutes, because as soon as our kids see them, they like claim them as their own. And that's awesome. That's like super empowering, and we're really excited about it. And we want to make sure that you know about it and that you understand what this is about, and that you get them in your kids' hands too, so that they can start making decisions about their own health. And I think that's really cool. It's awesome when your kids feel empowered and they know and understand their bodies, and they have natural and safe things that they can use. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, which is in this cute little kid-friendly bag with a really awesome metal carabiner that they can hook onto their backpack or whatever. It's perfect. And wait till you see all and everything that makes this very kid-friendly. So hopefully you can see Faith there. Faith, can you? Oh, Faith is there, but she's frozen. Where's Faith?
I'm here. You're
I see her, but I don't hear her.
okay.
Oh,
Can you hear
now
me
we
now?
hear Faith. Here we go. We can.
Okay.
Awesome sauce. Okay,
It's
cool.
freezing
So we got lots
on
of
my
people. Say it again.
it's freezing on my end too.
Okay. So we might just have an internet connection issue, but we'll do our best. Um, we'll see what we can do here. We'll make it work. So we've got lots of friends tuning in. I see lots of familiar faces here. And if you are a first-time guest, we want to give you a chance to win stuff. So what we do on Magic Beans every week is we give away 2 roller bottle remedies. So this is a roller bottle, and we're going to make some really cute recipes in here, and we're going to let you have a chance to win. There's 2 ways to win. The first way is if you are a first-time guest, you do not have a doTERRA membership, then you can comment and say that you're a guest and tag the person who invited you. If nobody specifically invited you, then you're a guest of the page, and you can go ahead and say that, but that'll enter you to win, and we'll contact you if you are a winner to let you know how to get your prize. The second group of people that can enter for a roller bottle remedy are people. The second way to win is if you are a newbie, and that means that you recently joined our Oil Shares family. You became a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate and got your own doTERRA account as part of this team. And if so, then you can comment and let us know that you're a newbie. So a newbie is somebody who's part of our team, and a guest is somebody who is not part of any team. And if you're a newbie, please tag your enroller. Let us know who helped you get started, and we'll enter you into a drawing as well. Welcome to our family. This is our public oil shares page. If you're part of our team, you're also welcome to join our group VIP on Facebook, which is a closed group, so it's members only, but you can find it on Facebook if you type in Oil Shares VIPs, and that will come up. And again, we'll ask you some questions to make sure that you're part of our team to get in there. It's a very awesome perk to be able to be in that group, because we've got thousands of members, and we've been doing this for a good bit of time, and so you can benefit from the questions and answers of others. We have lots of promos and giveaways that we do, and it's just a lot of fun and a lot of support. Faith, are you able to talk?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Okay,
Okay.
cool. We can. Your sound doesn't match your picture. Some
Yours you keep freezing up too. So I don't know
Yeah, I
what's
think
going
something's
on.
happening let me see if I can just use my Verizon and not my satellite. My satellite is failing me here.
Yeah, I shut mine off, so I'm on data. So
Let's try this and see if that helps any. Um, sometimes my phone service works better than my internet service, sadly. So we'll see. We'll get it working. Okay, so Faith and I are gonna talk about 6 new oil blends that we have that are just for kids. But don't worry, people, you're gonna want them too, even if you're not a kid. And they're perfectly fine for everybody. In fact, we don't necessarily need special oils for kids. But what doTERRA has done is they've heard the concerns of a lot of parents and stuff out there, and we wanted to make some oils. So we've always had the touch oils, right? You know, like the lavender touch and peppermint touch that are already diluted. But what they've done here is they've made blends that are for kids, and they've color coded them so even kids who can't read can understand what they're for. So they know that the yellow one is for their brain to help them think when they need to focus on school, and their purple one is to help their mind calm down when they can't stop thinking about stuff and they need to rest, and the red one is for when they have boo-boos and whatever. So we're trying to help make it really user friendly, and they've really diluted these a lot. Plus they have selected oils that are less fragrant and much better for sensitive skin. So you literally have no worries whether you're doing it on a newborn baby or you've got young kids. These are perfectly safe, and of course they're safe for adults of all ages too. So we're going to talk about that, and I love to see the really bright colors and awesome packaging this is in, so we're going to show you some of that. Stick around to the end though, because we're also going to tell you how you can get a really, really cool promo where you can get $65 in free products that cannot be purchased. They're like exclusive products, and if you're a newbie wanting to dive into essential oils this month, you get that stuff for free. So we're going to tell you about that. So stick around to the end. Okay. So Faith, if you're able to talk, then if you want to dive in, I think what was the first one you wanted to talk about was Thinker, right?
yes, I did. I want to show you this cute little bag real quick. The oils come in a really cute case. It has a little clip thing. You can unzip it. You fold them out, and they have little velcro elastic that holds them. Then there's even room in there. And look at this. Isn't this adorable? Look at this. The little clip on there. And each of the oils come with a little rubber seal that goes on the top of the lid, and they are textured. So if your kid cannot read but knows colors, they'll know that the Thinker one, yeah, she's trying to show you, now I'm trying to show you, it has a little brain on there. So they can just feel it and know the yellow brain one is called the Thinker blend. And we've been using this roller bottle a lot for school. And look at this, guys. They have the steel roller top. These go on so nice and smooth. It is wonderful. We apply this on the back of our necks every morning before we start school. And then if we need a little bit more pick-me-up, I have them rub a little bit in the palm of their hands, and we make a little diffuser and just breathe it right on in, and then rub any excess on their chest. And it has really been helping. Now, I've only had these for not even a week, and the boys have been using it every morning for schoolwork the last couple days, and it's really helped. And in the afternoon, if they need another little boost, we apply more. But this is a really gentle blend. It's called the Thinker, and it's the Focus blend. But I really love how they did that, because even my 5-year-old that can't read, he can just feel that and know, oh, that's a brain, or he can look at the picture and know that this is for when he's doing his schoolwork. Oh yes, and it comes with these little cards, which is really cool. So the front of the card, Gianna's showing us that, and then the back of the card will have some information on it. It says on it, when it's time to get creative and focus, roll Thinker onto the back of your neck to support your mind and enhance learning. So even getting creative, oh my goodness, sometimes I just feel like in such a slump with 4 boys, I get really overwhelmed sometimes, and I can't think of what I want to do, if I want to sit down and bake something or make a card or sew something. So this is going to be a good one for even me to help keep me motivated and get my creative juices back flowing. So this is a really good one. I really like this one.
Hey Faith, what do you think about the fact that it sort of is like comparable to Intune, but yet it's not as strong? How do you feel about that?
My boys did not react too good to Intune because it is so strong. I had to dilute it down so much, and they Intune worked excellent for them, but it is really, really strong. This is not strong at all, and it has totally different oils. So even if you have Intune, you're gonna still want to get these because these are totally different oils and they smell so much different. So if one oil doesn't work for you, you need to try a different oil. And I really think these are excellent. Like I said, my boys are like fighting over them. They each want their own personal kit. So but that's the Thinker blend. Let's see here. The next one we've used a lot is called Calmer. And this one has the brain on it too. Zoom in there. So this is the Restful blend. And I have an 11-month-old that is teething. And he's being a little stinker. So we've been using this oil on him a lot. You roll it on. You can roll it on the bottom of the feet or on your wrist. You can just put it in your hands, take a deep breath of it. And I like putting it over his heart. And because of the oils are so gentle in this blend, there's lavender, there's Kanja, Buddha wood, and Roman chamomile in it. I went ahead and rubbed it along his jaw and around his ears to help calm all that pressure from all the teething, and it seems to really be helping. But I had to use this oil earlier because I'm trying to experiment some with these because they are new. I stepped on 3 Legos today, and if you're a mother, and no, Legos hurt if you're barefoot. So I've been using this oil, and it's really helped me not strangle a couple kids. But the Calmer oil is also good for helping with sleep, anything with stress. So it would be comparable to like Serenity oil or lavender oil. So even my one kid got a scratch on him and he was complaining. So I said, grab the Calmer oil. It has lavender oil in it. It has Roman chamomile in it. So it'll be really good for that cut to help it heal real good. So we've been using this one a lot too. So
and I like that it helps a lot with like mind chatter. So I have a kid that his mind is constantly going, like he's got about 5 million ideas in his mind about what he wants to be doing, and he has a really hard time turning his mind off. So one night I decided to ask him to pick an oil before bed, and he chose this one, and I asked him where he wanted to put it, and he wanted to put it right here in the middle of his forehead, which I find is a really smart idea because I mean he was thinking, like he said he wanted to go to sleep and rest his mind. So he just instinctively and intuitively knew that at 4 years old. The Kananga oil that's in here is like a much less fragrant ylang ylang, which I'm really excited about. I'm not a big fan of the ylang ylang smell. Like I love how it's super calming and it's really good oil for calming children. Amazing oil for calming children. But the smell is just for me too much. Like I cannot be around ylang ylang. And so this is it works like ylang ylang, but it doesn't have that strong floral smell. So I love what they're doing, like making it, you know, little babies and little kids have just more sensitive lungs and more sensitive skin. So we're just making it less fragrant and less potent on their skin, which is really nice. All right, so Stronger, I guess I'll do Stronger since that was the next one. So you notice that the first section that Faith was talking about had the little brain on it. So that is 2 blends that we have for the mind. And then these are for the body. The next 2 are for the body. So you can see Stronger is the red one. This is my son's favorite. He loves red. He says he's the red Power Ranger. He also says that this is the T-Rex oil because it makes him strong. And what we've done at our house is we've actually put the little silicone things on the bottom so that when they go to take the roller top off, they don't end up ripping this. I've actually had people that have had them a little bit longer are noticing that their kids can get really violent with when they're unscrewing the lid. So it's working great and they're not leaking. And this thing's not coming off, whereas before it came off quite a bit and some people were dropping their oils. So this is just a little trick that we learned from a little bit of experience. They can still hook these onto their backpack, and even though it's upside down, with these new metal rollers with a little snap thingy that protects the roller from coming out, they don't leak. So as long as you've got your lid on, you can leave it hanging like that. And then when your kid opens it, they're not going to rip that silicone. So you're not going to get aggravated with your kid, and then you need some calmer. So I like stronger because this one's for strong bodies. And the oils that are in here, so like if you think about this as sort of like a comparison to On Guard. On Guard's great, and I've been using On Guard on my kid since he was 10 minutes old. I really have. I feel totally comfortable with that. But as a mom, if you're a little nervous that it has stronger oils like cinnamon and clove and things like that, eucalyptus, rosemary, all perfectly safe for kids. However, they are strong oils. So this is a different way to go. And I love the oils that are in here. This is like Faith was talking about. Even if you have On Guard, you're going to want a blend that's got rose and cedarwood and I think, let me look at this one. Yeah, frankincense, cedarwood, litsea, and rose. These are all really, really good oils for cooties, like big, big cooties. So, I mean, there has been some science that has come out recently that has shown that especially rose and litsea are really, really good for cooties. So we're talking about cooties and boo-boos. If you've got a skin, like a scratch or a cut, you're definitely going to want to put rose and frankincense and cedarwood on that too. So this is just perfect for kids. My kid was playing with a, what do you call that thing? A tape measure. And he cut his finger right on the bend of his finger. And it was really hurting him. And this is the oil that he grabbed himself. And that's the one he's been putting on there. I actually had a little bit boo-boo myself on my face. And I've been putting this on it. So gentle. The one thing I found, especially those of us who have been used to using all the oils on our kids before, I feel like you need to put these on more often because they are not as potent, or you need to use more. So I've always taught you, like when you're putting an oil on your kid's foot, to just roll it once down their foot. Well, remember, these are pretty heavily diluted, okay? So, I mean, you can totally do this, okay? You're totally fine doing that much oil, and even putting it on a couple more times. So I've been experimenting with these on my kid, and I noticed that, if I put straight vetiver on him, he's like out cold. But if I do calmer, I've got to use a little bit more. It has vetiver in it, but it's diluted. So bear that in mind if you're an experienced oiler, that you can go ahead and use more of this than what you've been using before. The next one I think is, again, Faith, is the Blue Rescuer. This is the other one for the body.
And like I said, the caps have those little things on there. So my 5-year-old, which can't read, he'll know that the one with the little guy on it and that's blue is the Rescuer blend. My boys are at the ages, I got a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and 11-month-old. And they are having growing pains in their legs. And so this works really good for that, we've noticed. And then when after karate, they came home, they were like aching from all the karate for 45 minutes to an hour. And so we just got it out and I rubbed it in my hands and rubbed it up and down their legs. And it helps calm all that. This has papaya oil in it, lavender, spearmint, xanthellum, I think I said that right, oil in it, and fractionated coconut oil. And to me, when we put it on, it's good for aches and pains and stuff like that. Well, I have had a headache off and on all day today, and I've tried a bunch of different things. And so I took this and I actually rubbed it on my forehead, and it helped. And yesterday, one of the boys had a little cough, and I'm like, you know what? Because this has a spearmint in it, let's go ahead and try this on your chest. And it did. It helped open up their airways. So just because this does say it's a soothing blend, this can be used for so much more, just not for your aches and pains. You can use it for the headaches. You can use it for the breathing issues. So, and the papaya oil is really good for the respiratory too. So, I mean, you're not limited. Don't lock your essential oils in a little box. Sometimes you got to do a little more research of what is in these and find out what else they'll do and work for you. So, because even right now, I noticed my breathing was getting a little tight. So just that little bit rubbing on my forehead, and I feel like I can take a deep breath and my, lungs are opening up. So this is really good. So this one basically, rub it, anywhere, legs, feet, back, to soothe all those aches and pains, and respiratory issues also. So
I mean, obviously it's comparable to Deep Blue, And the thing about Deep Blue, even as an adult, I cannot use undiluted Deep Blue or undiluted peppermint or anything with like the menthol stuff in it. So what they've done here is they've given you really soothing oils like copaiba, that's so gentle to the skin. And then they put spearmint instead of peppermint. I have always been able to use spearmint neat on my skin, but I can't do peppermint. And one of the really awesome benefits for me of the mints is they're cooling to the body. So here in Virginia, like we can't decide if it's summer or fall. Okay, it's been like fluctuating big time. And last night I was so stinking hot, and I just saw my son's little blue bottle laying there, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm rubbing that on my neck, the small of my back, my bottoms of my feet, cooling myself right down. Didn't irritate my skin. So I love all the different uses of these oils. That's awesome.
Another thing
Okay,
I'm pointing out,
so
I'm
go
I'm
ahead.
nursing, and so I get a little nervous sometimes using peppermint oil. And just because I am sensitive to it, not everyone is sensitive to it. You've got to test your own body out. And peppermint will decrease my milk supply, so I don't use the Deep Blue, and so I do go to the spearmint oil for a lot of stuff. So, or the wintergreen, and so this is a really good substitute for me, even. So I'm gonna have to get my own set because I know my boys are gonna run off with this and hide it from me. So.
Yes, that is so true. I was actually standing on stage in front of hundreds of people presenting on these oils the other night at a doTERRA Dream Tour. And I got out my red oil, and my son was in the very back of the room, and he said to his dad, "She has my red oil." And he came running up on the stage because he was unhappy that I had his red oil. So he's claimed these as his own. But I love that. I love that he feels like he can be in charge of this for himself, and they're totally safe.
Yeah.
Before, even with some of the touch oils like Touch, Oregano Touch, and On Guard Touch, that could still be irritating to their skin. But with these, I really don't worry. And even the ones that have citrus oils in them, they're so diluted that you don't have to worry about them being sun sensitive. I love that because kids are not going to think that through. Especially with some of the blends that they like Cheer and stuff like that, they're just putting them on, not thinking about it, and going out in the sun, and we don't have to worry about that with these. So that's just very encouraging for me as a mom. Okay, so the last two are for the heart, so they're obviously for emotions, and I love these two. These are my two favorites. Steady is the grounding blend, so obviously it's comparable to Balance, but it's a much more kid-friendly fragrance. So Balance, you think of as it's got sort of a little bit of a masculine smell, and the Steady has this amazing, oh, yummy, yummy fragrance. So the reason why is because it has the new Magnolia oil that just came out. Magnolia is extremely calming, extremely, extremely calming, and it smells kind of sweet. So it's got a really nice fragrance. It still has some calming oil, some wood oils, like it's got sandalwood in here. It's got balsam fir. It also has coriander. So I love coriander because it helps support your metabolism of sugars. So one of the reasons why your kid might be bouncing off the walls a bit and might be unsteady is because they've gotten into some sugar. Especially this month, that's going to be something that we're all going to be fighting, right? Our kids are going to be asking to eat 5,000 pounds of trick-or-treat candy. So coriander's in here, and coriander really is calming to the mind and the body. So this is going to help them with any sort of anxious feelings, confusion, even jet lag. Like if your kid's been traveling, your family's been traveling, or with the time changes that are coming up this season. Oh my gosh, you guys know as parents, you're just like, your dogs and your kids do not understand daylight savings time, right? They still want to eat at the same time in the old time zone, and they want to wake up at the wrong time. So this is just a great oil. I love this one. And I like to put this one on the wrists is where I like it. So we've been putting it on our wrists, we've been putting it on our carotid arteries, just pulse points, and it just helps us to feel calm and happy. The other one is my most favorite of all, and it's Brave. Some people out there are comparing it to Motivate oil, but I really feel it's much more similar to Cheer. And that's just because of the oils that are in it. They're really good for like self-esteem, your courage, your self-confidence. And the smell of this one is just absolutely amazing. Like I honestly can't put it down. I really can't. I want to lick it and everything else. And that's because it has osmanthus oil. And if you're like, okay, great, what does that mean? Well, if you, like me, fell in love with the Beautiful blend, that is the oil that makes that smell so amazing. Osmanthus is a really pricey, like rare oil. And so it's hard to get. And so anytime we can get it in a blend, I think it's also in Arise, which is also one of my favorite blends from our yoga collection. So it just makes you feel like you're ready to go out and conquer the world. So kids really deal with a lot of stuff, especially going to school or playing sports or whatever social situations. They can really have a lot of anxious thoughts. And this can just kind of give them the courage to just get out there and try things, make new friends. Um, and it's just really uplifting. I love it. I can't stop using it. And I love that we don't have to worry about citrus oils being in these. It does have a little bit of cinnamon in it, which is probably why I'm comparing it a bit to Cheer, but it's so diluted that it's not gonna, like, it's totally, I mean, I'm totally fine putting this on my face. And you know I wouldn't do that even with On Guard Touch because it's just a little too strong.
The scent reminds me of an orange dreamsicle with a hint of cinnamon in it.
Yeah, it's so fantastic. It's amazing. So one thing that I've learned from using this kit is that we can't at our house we don't just use the kids oils. I mean my kid already has some favorites in his regimen. So we use like DDR prime diluted just to help with his brain function. And we just don't ever go anywhere without Digest and Touch for the belly. And he has his own little dropper bottle of frankincense and copaiba that he likes to take under the tongue in a dropper. So we have that. And so we're able to put all of that in the little case. Plus there's a section in here that you can, it's got a drawstring and you can store all kinds of stuff in here. So we've been putting Correct-X in there. We've got his PB Assist Junior packet. And we've got some vetiver because frankly, we just don't leave home without vetiver either. We need that extra calming. And the other night I found a dinosaur in here. So I mean, really there can be all kinds of things stored in this little pouch and it's theirs. You know, they can store their little treasures in here. It fits a ton of stuff and it still fits all 6 of the oils if they want to keep them in the case. So I really love this set. Is there anything else that you wanted to add about these, Faith?
The case does open and there's a little snap on the back. And if you snap it, it'll stay open. And it's kind of cute because it could be open and just sitting there and ready. So after you're done going somewhere, you could just set it on the counter. It's open. If open your boxes, guys, open your cases where your oils are. Don't shove them in a drawer and do not leave them in a cabinet. They need to be accessible. If it's closed up, zipped up, now it's one thing if you're going somewhere, you know, zip it up so you don't lose them. But you know, when you get there, open them up so they're accessible and you can use them. But this kit, like I said, each of my kids want their own set. So slowly but surely, they're going to be getting their own set. So right now, this is mom.
That's right. Well, right now, you know, you can buy this right now as a complete set. You can't buy them individually yet. And it's only $85 if you're a doTERRA member. That's the wholesale price. But once they become available, they're all under $21. They're like right around the like $15 range each. So when you do have multiple kids, and let's say that you've got one kid that you know it needs to have steady all the time, you can feel comfortable getting one for each of your kids without breaking the bank because they're affordable, they're diluted, so they're affordable, even though they have pricey oils in them like frankincense and things like that. But right now, you can buy the set all together for $85, and you can buy it as part of the entire Dream Tour collection. The Dream Tour collection is all of the new products that doTERRA has just released on October the 1st. And there's all the ones we talked about last week on Magic Beans, like the Magnolia, the Turmeric, the Yarrow Palm, all of those. And if you buy the Dream Tour collection in the month of October, this is what's going to happen. First of all, that's the only way to get all of the brand new products. Some of them are not available as individual purchases yet, especially the Yarrow Palm, which is like an amazing, amazing oil. And so this is the only way to get them all. If you buy them in this kit, you're going to save about $100 than trying to buy them individually. So that's a big savings. Plus, it is 200 PV. Okay, so that means that if you buy them as a bundle, you will qualify for this month's promotion. This month's promotion, I don't have it here because I totally forgot, but we have a car diffuser and 3 exclusive citrus oils, kumquat, clementine, and red mandarin. So we sell green mandarin, but this is red mandarin that we don't sell. And those 3 oils plus a really cute car diffuser that changes colors and can sit in your cup holder. It runs off of a, either a USB or if you still have one of those old cigarette lighter type adapters in your car, it'll run that way too. You can use it in your office, plug it into your USB port on your computer, or use it in your car. And I love all of those citrus oils. They're fantastic. They're worth about $65 with the diffuser. So you could really get about $165 of stuff for free if you either sign up with the Dream Tour collection or if you just do a loyalty rewards order with these. So if you're looking to get started in doTERRA, maybe you want to get started with the kids kit and some of these other new products. That's totally fine. So talk to the person that invited you to watch this video. They'll help you figure out how to set that up as an enrollment order, because there's a little something different they have to do there. Or if you just want to get started with one of our regular starter kits and get a free wholesale membership for the year, you're going to save 25% off retail all year long. You're going to get 10 to 30% back in free product rewards, free shipping rewards. You get to be part of our amazing members only Facebook group where you can get support, education, extra promos and giveaways. It's a lot of fun to be part of the community. And you can do that by choosing any path, really, any starter kit or creating your own. So just work with the person who asked you to watch this. If it was me, send me a private message. We'll set up a time to talk or we'll chat and we'll get you started and make sure that you get all of those freebies and promos. Of course, if you are already a member, add this to your loyalty rewards order, for heaven's sake. Like, it's an amazing deal. Plus, if you do it by the 15th, you also get a free bottle of lemon, which, I mean, who can't use a free bottle of lemon? I go through lemon like all the time. And people always steal my lemon. It always ends up everywhere in people's bags and purses and whatever. So there's just a lot of really great ways to get started. Anything else you want to add before we close, Faith?
I can't think of anything else. So just run to your computer and order the kit.
Exactly. And if you have trouble finding it, like if you're trying to set up your first order and you're not a member, make sure you just get help from the person that invited you. But if you're a member, you just go in your shopping cart and edit your loyalty rewards order, then go to the section that actually says new products, and you'll see the Dream Tour collection in there all together. If you just want to add the kids kit, it's in that section too, or any of the other new products that you want to purchase individually. You can get 2 different Dream Tour collections. You can purchase 2 separate orders of those. You can also do up to 4 orders of 200 PV to get all of the car diffuser and 3 citrus blends together. So really you could do 2 Dream Tour kit orders separately and get 2 car diffusers and 2 sets of citrus, and then you could do 2 more regular orders. So you can get your normal stuff like your Lifelong Vitality pack and whatever else you use on a regular basis. Before we sign off, this is your last chance to tell us if you're a guest or a newbie. So if you're not a member of doTERRA and you just stumbled on the page or somebody invited you, make sure you tell us that you're a guest and tag the person that invited you so you can get entered to win a roller bottle remedy. Also, if you signed up in the last 30 days as a doTERRA member as part of this team, make sure you say, hey, I'm a newbie and I was enrolled by, and tag your person that got you started in doTERRA. As long as you're doing that on the live video, you're good to go. You can always watch the replay over on YouTube on my Deanna Nichols YouTube channel. This and last week's replay, which was fantastic, on the rest of the new products is there, plus almost 2 years worth of Magic Beans. We're here every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for 30 minutes. You can invite guests. You can come back to learn more. It's just a great way to learn, and you don't have to leave your house. You don't even have to wear pants. You really don't know if I have pants on right now, right? So I definitely won't know if you do because we can't see you. If we didn't get a chance to answer your questions live, we'll come back through. Faith and I will come back through and make sure we type you an answer. So check back for a response if you didn't get one on your question. And thank you so much for being here. We'll see you back here next Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Oils are not magic beans, but they can support your kids and give them a lot of feelings of empowerment when they have their own set of oils that they know are safe to use. Love you guys. Shine on. Have a great week. Thanks, Faith.